Well, I typically am not a mechanic in a can, but I need to get those implements moved onto a pallet. So I'm gonna run some seafoam through this and see if I can't just get it clean enough to run long enough, good enough to at least move those. And because it was spitting and sputtering pretty good. And then I'm gonna pull this back in here, tear this carb off, put an inline in, flush the tank out. I got some stuff to flush the tank with that I will show you. And yes, I do use water, which is kind of goes against the theory of bare metal and water, but I'll show you what I do, and it's always worked for me. All right, get her dumped in. And the way I understand it, this is actually foam that they get out of the sea. Beep, beep. There'd be people commenting about that. You know, sea foam. Let's get her fired up. And just don't have my cap here yet. It can take 6 weeks. It's ordered. That's all I can tell you. Here, you go in there for now, my existent box. But had this on the tender, and it's green, so we're fully charged, so we should fully start. I also bought a new switch for this, which I'm going to put that on there too when I pull it in here. And I don't know, I may pull this starter and rebuild that, do a rebuild on that. I want this thing ready for winter, ripped and ready. The previous owner actually found this, and I just got that in the mail. I appreciate that. It's about a $40 piece, so yeah. Well, let's get her fired up. Okay, battery on. Oh, I need another switch. That thing's stiffer than a board. I don't know. There's a lot of brown on that pillar. Huh. I'm seeing them both ways. Let that seafoam get in there and do its thing. I didn't like that thing. Takes a while. A lot of you made comments about how you plowed snow with a cub before and you wouldn't have dared doing it without chains. And the first question I asked you was simply, were your tires loaded in the rear? And that answer is almost definitively no. And even one of you said you had turf tires on there. So yeah, I mean, obviously you're gonna want chains. These are loaded. I think loaded with these good treads, with wheel weights, I think I'm set. I'll be surprised if I have to have chains. Usually around here, if you need tire chains, it's because you got a hard packed surface that's got a sheen of ice on it. But other than that, I'll be surprised if I have to throw them on. Like I said, get that seafoam running in there, should be all right. I gotta tell you, the old Seafoam boy seems to be doing the trick, and it usually does. It depends on how far the tank's gone in the system itself. I want to flush that for sure and make sure that I'm good to go. Here's an example of the Jim Comey leaker. It definitely leaks. I got about 2/3 of a tank in there right now because I know I'm gonna have to drain it anyway, but yeah. Well, I forgot I used that pallet on something else, so I gotta go grab a pallet, but I'm not dissatisfied with how it's running with the Seafoam in it. Pretty responsive. He is running the right spark plugs in this. And when I get my 57 home, I'll check that out too, go through it. I want to peel all these down and just go through them, man. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I telling you that Seafoam will fix all the world's problems. It really depends on what stage of messed up you are as far as your tank and your fuel system in general. I think this one was kept fairly clean inside. He had rust problems with it. Put the extension in there. And I just think that, I just don't think the tractor has been run a whole bunch. And I think it needs ran a whole bunch. And I don't think that Seafoam's gonna hurt any. In fact, you can hear it. It's running true, man. You know, again, it's not the end all be all, and I'm not telling you that this will fix your tractor. I don't believe in a mechanic in a can. But if you're not too far along the stage of the game of gunking up your tank, etc., I wouldn't be afraid to throw a can in there every year just to keep you going good. Sounds good to me. And it did not sound this way the last time I ran it. All right, so I got 6 tractors in here right now. The 400's out there, it will go in here. The M's right there, it will go in here. That cub will go in the barn. It's just the belly mower, the brush hogging cub, so that can be backed right in the barn, and then the new cub can also go in the barn. So, but I'm going to an auction tomorrow, just letting you know. And there's a tractor I'm looking at there. I will tell you this much, it ain't a cub. All right, it's something pretty cool. I passed up on one at WTC 2 years ago, and I lost sleep over that one. That was dumb. So I'm going to look at another one. You guys enjoy the ride along, and there's actually, it's not like the last auction where it was just like, wow, like a mini pocket sale. This one's just I guess maybe like an estate sale, and they've got a couple red tractors for sale. One of them I am highly interested in. So let's go, let's grow. Farmall Friday. I'll see you tomorrow night. We'll probably premiere that.